Hi there, Janet Fritz here for Galaxy Girl Creations. Welcome to my channel. Welcome to another day of Kit Conspiracy. Today is actually considered a bonus layout. We have committed to posting Fridays, Sundays, and Tuesdays, and today is Monday. So I am just sharing this layout that I did extra with Rust and Revs. I usually try to do as many layouts as I can. I end up usually getting about 5 out of each week, which is what I have done here. And I am using a couple of products from the Some Assemblage Required shop. And I know it seems like I've been using a lot of those lately, which in truth I have, because they go so well with this collection. And they go really well with my masculine looking photos. And so I feel like, even my fishy photo on Friday, which was, the more feminine. At least there was a girl in the photo. I'll say that. I feel like they just go great with this collection. So I am using them and I'm loving it. I took the 2 pieces of paper here. I believe that one was on the right hand side was a leftover piece. I'm not really sure. Anyway, I think this was actually filmed before yesterday's also, because I have both pieces of this orange or rusty looking piece. Anyway, they're all from the same collection. I promise you I didn't have 2 of those sheets of that orange. I just am sharing them out of order because of Stretch the Sketch. I didn't realize it was this week, and I ended up doing it kind of as an afterthought or having to go back and do it. So this one was done beforehand. Okay, long explanation for something you probably don't care about. I felt like this was a very wordy kit, but I am going to go ahead and use another one of these words. They gave you all of these words to use in title-y looking bits. So I'm trying to get them on these layouts as best I can. And I am using some acrylic gear type of formations from the Some Assemblage Required shop. Now, I don't know if these ones are still available or not. If they are, I will link them for you. And then I wanted to use the words that say Mr. Fix-It, because that is my son working on this Ford Bronco that was actually mine before I knew my husband, and it has been passed down to my son at this point in time. So it has a lot of work that still needs to be done on it, because as he's gotten more into automotive stuff, he has pulled more stuff apart and has plans to either make upgrades or changes to it. But this was early in its life at when he received it. So he's doing a little bit of work on it, and I'm not exactly even sure what he's doing on it. But yes, he is on a step ladder. You can see there's a step ladder there. This truck has an 8-inch lift and 35-inch tires. So it is pretty high up. And we used to 4-wheel it way back in the day. And it was a lot of fun. We had a great time. I'm not even sure. Well, I probably could get in and out of it now, at least on the driver's side with the steering wheel. I don't know if I could get in and out of it without, though. It's pretty high up. So he is just working on it, and that's all I'm documenting. There's nothing really earth-shattering in this particular layout. I just wanted to document that it's been passed down to him, and he has put some effort into it and has more to go. We'll just say that. So I just did a little bit less than a 6-inch wide swatch of each of these pieces, because I wanted to have a little bit of a border, that white border around it. And as you saw there, I did take that zigzag rub on and I rubbed it on down the center of the 2 pieces, so it looks like they are put together. And I did distress the edges using my edge distressor from the shop. I only did the outer edges. I did not distress where the 2 meet, because I wanted them to meet up really well. Sometimes I do distress where they're supposed to meet up so that there's a little bit of a gap and it looks rugged, but I didn't want that for this particular layout. I wanted to use that rub-on to have it look like they were kind of almost stitched together, even though it's not a stitching rub-on. And then I am using some other gears. I used this compass down at the bottom. I'm using some of the window frames as my landing spots. I was really into the window frames and the frames that the regular frames that they gave us in this collection. There were quite a few of them. Normally you have to buy those frames separately, but they came in the pack of ephemera, and so I thought that was really cool, and I wanted to go ahead and get a bunch of them on the page. Going a little bit with a diagonal, I am going to use some of the epoxy pieces at the top and the bottom of my two photos. So I feel like this is not like a new design or anything by any stretch of the imagination, but sometimes it's just fun to see how the embellishments come together, right? And so that's what this one is all about. It's all about just the embellishment clusters. I like that chain hanging down from the sign. I just kind of tucked it up under the sign so it looks like it's coming from underneath it. And then I'm using a wrench over the top of this acrylic piece just so it has some layers built in, and it looks very industrial and mechanic-y. Is that a word? Mechanic-y. And so bringing in the wrench, and I am inking everything up with a little bit of black soot distress ink to just kind of make everything pop off the page just a little bit more, give it a little bit more differentiation. I'm liking how that's looking. And then I am just going to go ahead and stick things down using either my ATG or my liquid glue, and those are going to hold just fine. Normally with my acrylic I do tend to use glue dots, but I think in this case I thought, well, I'm going to try it and see how they hold, and I haven't had any problems so far with using liquid glue. And I do use liquid glue on ones that have really fine lines because there's no way you can get a glue dot on there, and I haven't had any issue with it. So I decided to go ahead and do that and see how it goes. Now I'm going to go through these epoxy pieces. I've added a couple to the clusters. I've added a little geotag to that bottom one and a star to the top one. And then I'm adding 3 little pieces to the top and the bottom of the photos. One piece looks like a hazard sign, an arrow for each of the clusters, and then a little wordy piece. And I'm liking how that's looking. I hope that you do too. If you do, hit that thumbs up button. If you're not subscribed to my channel, I'd love for you to subscribe. And don't forget to go check out what MK is doing on her channel using this same collection. I always love seeing her style, which is so different from mine, and that is the #1 reason we do Kit Conspiracy. You can also join our Facebook group and play along using the same kit or a different kit or one from your stash, so go and join that as well. The link is down below for Kit Conspiracy Facebook group and for her channel. Thanks so much for watching. I'll see you guys soon with another video, so come back tomorrow. Bye-bye.